Hello. In today's video, we shall learn in detail about human endocrine system and hormones. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding about growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, gonadotropic hormone, anti-diuretic hormone, followed by oxytocin hormone. We will also delve into the effects of hyposecretion and hypersecretion of these hormones. We shall also learn about the role of thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, thymus gland, adrenal gland, pancreas, testes, and ovaries. Let us begin with the introduction to endocrine system and hormones. Control and coordination of various metabolic processes in human body is carried out by the nervous system and the endocrine system. The endocrine system is a complex network of glands and organs in our body. Endocrine glands are special type of ductless glands which secrete chemical messenger called hormones. The hormones are secreted directly into the bloodstream and are carried to the target organs, which are usually away from the region of their synthesis. They are required in very small quantity to trigger response and changes in the body. As they have low molecular weight and are soluble in water, hormones can easily pass through the blood capillaries. Hormones show a high degree of target specificity. Hormones coordinate and integrate different functions of the human body. Chemically, they are steroids, example aldosterone, proteins, example insulin, peptides, example anti-diuretic hormone, or amino acid derivatives, example melatonin. Some of the major endocrine glands present in human are pituitary gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, adrenal gland, pineal gland, testes in males, and ovaries in females. By the way, if you're getting some value out of this video, please like and share the video so that all of us can learn, unlearn, and relearn together. Also, please consider subscribing the channel and press the bell icon to get instant notification of all the upcoming videos. Now, let us learn about pituitary gland in detail. Pituitary gland is the smallest endocrine gland present in the human that lies at the base of the brain below the hypothalamus. Two main lobes of the pituitary gland are the anterior lobe or adenohypophysis and the posterior lobe or neurohypophysis. The anterior lobe is the glandular part with a number of hormone secreting cells. The posterior lobe is composed of secretory neurons and secrete neurohypophyseal hormones. Hormones of the adrenohypophysis are somatotropic hormone or growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone or thyrotropin, adrenocorticotropic hormone or corticotropin, prolactin or luteotropic hormone, gonadotropic hormones or gonadotropins. Gonadotropic hormones are of two types: follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Neurohypophysis is responsible for the hormonal secretion of vasopressin and oxytocin hormone. Let us begin with the growth hormone or somatotropic hormone. Growth hormone is also known as somatotropin. It is synthesized and secreted by the cells of the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland. Its secretion is under the control of growth hormone releasing factor and growth hormone inhibiting factor or somatostatin. Growth hormone affects the general growth of the body and controls various organs and systems. It promotes protein synthesis and also increases lipolysis in adipose tissue. It also regulates growth of bones by absorption of calcium. It increases glucose level in blood by decreasing the secretion of insulin. Deficiency or hyposecretion of growth hormone in individuals during childhood leads to dwarfism, whereby they show stunted growth which may be proportionate or disproportionate. Laurent dwarf shows stunted growth, protruding forehead, saddle nose, craniofacial anomalies, low blood sugar level, small genitals, and delayed puberty. Follicle dwarf are characterized by obesity, growth retardation, and decreased sexual development. Hyposecretion of growth hormone in adults causes Siemens disease, which is a form of hypopituitarism resulting in atrophy of visceral organs. Hypersecretion of growth hormone during childhood leads to gigantism. The individual shows unusual growth in height caused by abnormal elongation of long bones due to oversecretion of growth hormone before the fusion of epiphysis. In adults, hypersecretion of growth hormone leads to acromegaly. The individual has gorilla-like appearance characterized by the enlargement of the distal part of the body. It is a hormonal disorder caused by a growth hormone secreting adenoma in the pituitary gland. Next is thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid gland is the largest endocrine gland in human body, which is located in the anterior region of the neck. It is regulated by thyroid releasing hormone. The different hormones of the thyroid gland are thyroxine, also known as tetraiodothyronine, triiodothyronine, and thyrocalcitonin. Thyroxine regulates the basal metabolic rate by increasing glucose oxidation and energy production. It controls body temperature, heart rate, blood pressure, respiration. Thyroxine influences brain development and function. It controls protein synthesis and cell or tissue differentiation. It also controls the physical growth and development of gonads. Thyroxine and triiodothyronine control fat metabolism and help to regulate growth and development. Calcitonin keeps blood calcium levels steady. Hyposecretion of thyroxine or deficiency of thyroxine in infants and children causes cretinism, and deficiency of thyroxine in adults causes myxedema or Gould's disease. Symptoms of cretinism in children are retardation of physical and mental growth. It is caused due to iodine deficiency in the diet, known as endemic cretinism, or due to less secretion of thyroid hormone by thyroid gland, known as sporadic cretinism. In adults, deficiency of thyroxine shows various symptoms like thickening and puffiness of the skin, low heart rate, low body temperature, low basal metabolic rate, loss of memory, mental dullness, hair loss, delay in puberty, raised blood cholesterol, etc. Deficiency of iodine in diet causes enlargement of thyroid gland, resulting in simple goiter. Hypersecretion of thyroxine causes exophthalmic goiter or Graves' disease. Enlargement of thyroid gland produces an excessive secretion of thyroxine, resulting in protrusion of eyes or exophthalmia, high basal metabolic rate, increased heart rate, pulse rate, blood pressure, body temperature, muscular weakness, weight loss, and restlessness. It is an autoimmune disease. Hormone thyrocalcitonin regulates blood calcium level and promotes the formation of bones. Calcitonin blocks the activity of osteoclasts and reduces the entry of calcium into the blood. When blood calcium level increases, thyroid gland releases calcitonin in higher quantities. Calcitonin opposes the action of parathyroid hormone, which increases the calcium level in the blood. Deficiency of calcitonin leads to osteoporosis or loss of bone density. Next is parathormone of parathyroid gland. Parathyroid gland are two pairs of small oval-shaped glands located on the backside of the thyroid gland. Each lobe of thyroid gland contains one pair of parathyroid gland. Parathyroid glands secrete a peptide hormone known as parathyroid hormone or parathormone. This hormone increases blood calcium level and also controls the level of phosphorus and vitamin D. It stimulates the release of small amount of calcium from the blood into the bones. Parathyroid hormones influences the kidneys to conserve calcium in the body. It helps the intestine to absorb calcium from the food. Hypoparathyroidism or low level of parathyroid hormone can cause low blood calcium level known as hypocalcemia and high level of phosphorus in the blood known as hyperphosphatemia. Parathyroiditiny is a disorder resulting due to deficiency of parathormone and low level of plasma calcium. Hyperparathyroidism or high level of parathyroid hormone can cause high blood calcium level known as hypercalcemia and low level of phosphorus in blood known as hypophosphatemia. Hyperparathyroidism produces a disorder called osteitis fibrosa cystica, resulting in softening of bones and formation of cavities. Next is thymosin hormone of thymus. Thymus gland is located on the dorsal side of the heart in front of aorta. It is a soft gland consisting of two lobes. It plays a major role in the production, development, and maturation of immune cells. It secretes a peptide hormone, thymosin, which has an important role in differentiation of T lymphocytes, which produce cell-mediated immunity. Thymosin also contributes to the production of antibodies by providing humoral immunity. Thymus gland is large in infants and children, but after puberty, the size of the gland decreases. Thymus hyperplasia is a condition in which the thymus gland increases in size and weight. Congenital athymia is a condition in which children are born without a thymus. Such individuals may face immunodeficiency and become vulnerable to fatal infections. Now, we shall learn about adrenocorticotropic hormone of adrenal gland. Adrenal glands are a pair of conical pyramid-shaped glands located on the upper end of the kidney. They produce hormones that regulate the immune system, blood pressure, and stress responses. Adrenocorticotropic hormone stimulates the secretion of adrenal cortex hormones, namely mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids, and androgens or sex corticoids. The regulation of adrenocorticotropic hormone secretion is under the control of hypothalamic corticotropin releasing hormone. Adrenal gland shows two distinct regions. The thick outer yellowish cortex, which is mesodermal in origin, consists of three layers: outer zona glomerulosa, middle zona fasciculata, and inner zona reticularis. And the inner grayish medulla, which is ectodermal in origin, produces two hormones, adrenaline and noradrenaline. Mineralocorticoids are secreted by zona glomerulosa. It regulates electrolyte and water balance. Aldosterone is a mineralocorticoid whose secretion is under the control of renin-angiotensin system. It stimulates reabsorption of sodium ions, water, and excretion of potassium and phosphate ions. Deficiency of aldosterone and cortisol, a glucocorticoid, causes Addison's disease, which results in bronch pigmentation, muscular weakness, low blood pressure, low blood sugar, excessive loss of sodium and chloride ions in urine, and impaired kidney functioning. Conn's syndrome or aldosteronism is due to a tumor on the adrenal gland resulting in excessive secretion of aldosterone, resulting in high blood pressure, renal failure, frequent urination, sodium-potassium ion imbalance, muscular weakness, etc. Glucocorticoids are secreted by zona fasciculata of adrenal cortex. Corticotropin hormone of anterior pituitary stimulates the secretion of glucocorticoids. The hormones include cortisol, cortisone, and cortisterone. Glucocorticoids regulate metabolism of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. It stimulates gluconeogenesis, lipolysis, and proteolysis. It helps to maintain cardiovascular system and plays a vital role in kidney function. Hyposecretion of cortisol gives rise to Cushing's syndrome or hypercortisolism. The symptoms are rapid weight gain in the face, abdomen, and back of neck, high blood pressure, rise in quantity of electrolytes in extracellular fluid, polydipsia, and muscle paralysis. Sex corticoids are hormones secreted by zona fasciculata and zona reticularis of adrenal cortex. It is under the control of corticotropin hormone of anterior pituitary. Excess secretion causes adrenal virilism or male type of external characteristics in females, appearance of beard, mustaches. Adrenal medulla produces two hormones, adrenaline and noradrenaline. They are also known as catecholamine or biogenic amines. They are produced under conditions of stress and emergency. Adrenaline, commonly known as emergency hormone, triggers the body's fight or flight responses. It increases the rate of blood circulation, breathing, blood pressure, and brings about carbohydrate metabolism to raise sugar level for energy requirement. Adrenaline mobilizes sugar from body reserves. Noradrenaline is a vasoconstrictor. It raises the blood pressure by constricting the arterioles. It is also a neurotransmitter and speeds up the heartbeat at signs of danger. Noradrenaline breaks down fat and increases the blood sugar level to supply extra energy. It also plays a key role in keeping metabolism and biorhythms steady for the proper functioning of the body. It helps trigger smooth muscles and react to changes so that the organs function normally. Next, let us study about the pancreas. Pancreas is a heterocrine gland with exocrine and endocrine parts. The endocrine component is composed of islets of Langerhans, also called pancreatic islets. Islets of Langerhans possess different types of endocrine cells which produce different kinds of hormones. Alpha cells produce glucagon, beta cells produce insulin, gamma cells produce gastrin, and delta cells produce somatostatin. Glucagon is a hyperglycemic hormone. It stimulates the liver to convert glycogen into glucose by promoting glycogenolysis. It also stimulates the liver to synthesize glucose by promoting gluconeogenesis. Glucagon stimulates lipolysis and proteolysis. Therefore, glucagon is the antagonistic hormone of insulin. It reduces the cellular glucose uptake and utilization. Insulin is a peptide hormone that maintains the blood glucose level. It stimulates hepatocytes or liver cells and adipocytes for cellular glucose uptake and utilization. It stimulates the storage of glucose into glycogen and inhibits glycogenolysis. Prolonged hyperglycemia leads to diabetes mellitus. When there is inadequate production of insulin by pancreas due to autoimmune destruction of beta cells, it results in type 1 diabetes. When there is inadequate cellular response to insulin, then the disorder is known as type 2 diabetes. High levels of blood glucose in diabetes causes increased thirst or polydipsia, increased urination or polyuria, and increased hunger or polyphagia. The delta cells of islets of Langerhans secrete somatostatin hormone, which decreases glucagon and insulin secretion. Next is gonadotropic hormone. The secretion of gonadotropic hormones are under the control of gonadotropin releasing hormone of hypothalamus. Gonadotropic hormones are of two types: follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. In males, the sex hormones are collectively called androgens. The germinal epithelium of seminiferous tubules are stimulated by follicle stimulating hormone to undergo spermatogenesis and produce mature sperms. In females, the germinal epithelium of ovary are stimulated by follicle-stimulating hormones for oogenesis and development of mature Graafian follicles. Secretion of estrogen by follicular cells is also stimulated by follicle-stimulating hormone. They are required for regulation of growth, development, and physiology of the reproductive system. Estrogen influences the development of secondary sexual characters in females. Next is luteinizing hormone. In males, the secretion of hormone testosterone is controlled by interstitial cell stimulating hormone. It stimulates the interstitial cells or Leydig cells which occur in between the seminiferous tubules to secrete testosterone. It influences the development of secondary sexual characters in males. In females, the luteinizing hormone of anterior pituitary causes rupturing of mature Graafian follicle, release of ovum, and conversion of ruptured follicle into corpus luteum. If the ovum is fertilized, the corpus luteum secretes hormone progesterone, which is responsible for maintenance of pregnancy. Progesterone is involved in growth and maintenance of endometrial lining of uterus for the development of fetus. It forms placenta and induces growth of secretory alveoli in the mammary glands. Finally, we should understand about the hormones of neurohypophysis. Neurohypophysis is the center for secretion of two different types of hormones, namely antidiuretic hormone, ADH or vasopressin, and oxytocin, otherwise known as birth hormone. Antidiuretic hormone has antidiuretic action on kidney. It regulates water balance by reducing output of urine. It also controls vasoconstriction of the peripheral vessels. It facilitates ultrafiltration by increasing the blood pressure in kidney. Deficiency or hyposecretion of ADH causes diabetes insipidus, leading to polyuria and polydipsia. Hypersecretion of ADH causes antidiuresis and stimulates water retention in body fluids. Oxytocin is a powerful stimulant and plays a major role during parturition and lactation. It mediates contraction of smooth muscles of uterus at the end of gestation to initiate labor pain for normal delivery. It stimulates the cells of mammary glands for milk ejection. So today, we have learnt in detail about different hormones present in human body and the effects of hyposecretion and hypersecretion of the hormones. I have some practice questions for you. Please share your answers in the comment section below. You can pause the video and write down the questions if you like. Thank you so much for your time and participation. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing the channel and press the bell icon to get instant notification of all the upcoming videos. Also, if you want to discuss any particular topic in biology, please mention that in the comment section below. I'll see you there. Goodbye. All the best.